get beat, right? That's really the goal. Like somebody pays you, your program makes a little more money than they normally will to go get your butt kicked. I don't believe in that. I don't know how that helps anybody because normally when you play against a powerhouse, like I see some of the HBCU schools are taking it, it helps the budget, but it kills the morale. How can getting your butt kicked, I mean really kicked, help you as a team? Financially, cool. All money ain't good money.
All right, what is going on, everybody, man? Jackson State is going up against UL Monroe this Saturday, and a lot of people are just looking at this as just another game. Let's be honest. This game is more important than people think it is. Let me count the ways. So, number one, and probably the most important thing, last week, let's just talk about last week. HBCU football went 0 in whatever against FBS teams. And they didn't just lose, they got their ass beat. Like, those teams handed them some money, but they get their ass beat in the process. And you know, that's what a lot of these big schools do. You know, and a lot of the small schools will go to the same big school because they're giving them so much money, they're willing to get the ass beat for it. And I'm so glad Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, spoke about this. Because Jackson State is getting $300,000 from a UL Monroe to play them. You know, and he said verbatim, look, we getting paid to get an ass beat, right? So, you know, they're gonna have to come prove that. And I know, like, the last time an HBCU team beat an FBS team was in 2018 when North Carolina A&T did it against East Carolina. But it wasn't really as talked about as it should have been. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, I can't even tell you the last time it happened. Like, Grambling State, maybe? Like, in the past years, like, it has been years ago since that happened before A&T did it. You know, so, and this game is important because Coach Prime came to an HBCU to change the culture of HBCU, period. He wanted to make a statement. And of course, after 2 games, a whole bunch of the Power 5 teams are knocking on his door to come coach for him. I knew that shit was gonna happen. You know, look, Jackson State 2-0. He has all of the recruits that transferred over to Jackson State, and now all the Power 5 schools want him. We knew that was gonna happen. And I don't know whether Coach Prime is gonna take those jobs eventually. I do know one thing. It looks like whatever he planned to do at an HBCU, it's already working. Because he only been coaching 2 games this year, and he's already getting offers from other Power 5 schools. So, about this game, UL Monroe is on a 12-game losing streak. You know, they're tied for the most in the nation. They also play in the Sun Belt Conference, and the Sun Belt Conference is like the middle of the pack when it comes to the FBS. And it's right underneath the Power 5. You have the Big Ten, Pac-12, SEC, ACC, and then you have like the Sun Belt and the American Conference and the Midwest, you know, and the Mid-American and the Mountain West. You know, so you have the Sun Belt Conference right around that area. And regardless of how bad UL Monroe has, it don't happen every day for an HBCU team to beat an FBS team because look, the SWAC and the MEAC are FCS teams, so they're not. Look, HBCUs are not even in the FBS; they're in the FCS. So the results of these games, the result of this game, how Jackson State plays this weekend is it could tell the story moving forward as to what HBCU football could look like in the next 5 years. With Coach Prime, being a head coach here at an HBCU, if they go and they beat UL Monroe, this could change a lot. Or even if Jackson State loses, but they lose respectably. If they lose by 7, 14, 21 points, and they put up a fight the entire time, it could still be looked at as a victory. Because look, as much as I want Jackson State to beat UL Monroe, I want them to win. But if they so happen to lose and they lose respectably, I honestly can take that. Because for one, they are on the road. They're not necessarily favored to win. But it could look good depending on, because of what happened last week when all of the HBCU teams that played an FBS team just got completely blown off the field. So this could change a lot. This could do a lot for HBCUs depending on how this game go. So I just want people to just be aware of what can happen in the result of this game being close or being a blowout. Because I'm gonna tell you this: if Jackson State gets blown out and it looks like how HBCU football looked last week, you're gonna be getting a lot of transfers. I'm talking about transferred out of Jackson State. It's not gonna look the same. Like everything that you preached, like everything that Coach Prime preached leading up to this game, it could very well be one ear and out the other after this game. Depending on how this game goes, because this game, look, to me, honestly, this game is very, very important. It's more important than what people should make it out to be, honestly, because this is an FBS team at the end of the day. It still can make history at the end of the day. People honestly really need to pay attention to what's going on. And I honestly don't know why more people are not talking about this game as if this is not a huge game. Because to be honest, it is. Yeah, the game's at 7, 8 o'clock and it's not on ESPN or ESPN2, but it should be because this is huge. Jackson State beating UL Monroe, regardless of what their record is, regardless of what their losing streak is, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. So look, man, Coach Prime, I don't know what has to be done. I'll be looking at film the same way you'll be looking at film. Well, you'll be looking at film more than me, but look, the whole HBCU world should be rooting for Jackson State this weekend. They really should be, because this game is very much important. A lot more important than people should look at it. So look, I want to put that out there that look, people should be throwing a party if Jackson State goes goes into UL Monroe and they beat them. Cause this is huge, man. This game is super huge. So I just want people to just be aware of what's happening and what could happen if Jackson State so happens to win this game. And if they so happen to lose this game. So Jackson State, man, bring it home, dog. I bring it home.